Hello everyone, in this video we are going to set up our local environment for Node.js. So what I'll do is, I'll go to nodejs.org. I'll see this home page. You will see the home page almost similar or same. So what I have here is, I have the download option for my operating system Windows x64. You will have your download options for according to your operating system there. If not, if there is no option available here, you can just go to the download section where you will see every operating system which Node.js supports. You can just click and download the particular Node.js for your operating system. So you'll see two options basically. One is with the current, that is the latest features, and one is recommended for most users. This one is the stable release, so I recommend downloading this one for now. Just download the stable release according to your operating system and install it. That is all you need to do for now. So after you have done installing Node.js, what I'll do is I'll go to my command prompt or terminal in Windows, sorry, in case of Mac operating systems or Linux, you can go to terminal. Now if I have installed and set up my Node.js correctly, so I'll type something node-version. If I've installed it correctly, I will see a version of Node I have installed. So my version is 12.16.1. You can have different versions, that's fine, that's totally fine. You can also check the npm version. Npm is the Node package manager that comes with the Node.js. You don't need to install it separately, it comes with the Node.js. You can check it with -v, so that will show up my npm version. I don't know, it is not showing. Okay, we are getting something called as 6.13.4. so we are done here. That is all we need to do to run a Node.js application. Now after that, I'll be using VS Code. The text editor I'll be using is Visual Studio Code. If you want to use the same, you can just go to the site of Visual Studio Code and there you will see the operating systems. Just download it. You don't need to do anything else. Just download it according to your operating systems. If it is 64-bit or 32-bit, just download it, or you can use any other code editor of your choice, be it Atom or Sublime Text or anything else you like. That's fine. I'll be using VS Code. So here we are done with the Node.js setup. Now to run an application, what I'll do is I'll create a file. I'll name it, for example, test.js file. So what code test.js does is, as I am using Visual Studio Code, that is why the code command is used. Otherwise there is no need to use code command. It won't work if you are not using VS Code. You just can create manually a file and name it anything with a .js extension. That is totally fine. If you're not using VS Code, this command won't work, remember that. So what this command does is, this will create a text file, or what I'll do is I'll just create it on my desktop. I'll go to desktop and I'll say code test.js. It will create the test.js file and open it in VS Code, right? So this will open an empty file, an empty JavaScript file in my VS Code. So what I simply do is I just want to print a hello world message. That is the first step, right? What we want to do. So to print a message, to log a message in JavaScript or Node, we'll do something called as console.log and type your message here. Hello world. So VS Code comes with inbuilt terminal. I'll use that, or you can use your command prompt. Just, it is the same. You can use the command prompt. I'll use this. Actually, I'll use both to show it to you. So to run a Node.js file, what to do is type node, and I need to go to my desktop folder. Okay, so I'll type node and my file name. My file name is test.js. There's no need for this as well. I click enter and my log appears. Okay, it should be hello world. So this is how you run a node file basically. That is all you need to do, or you can simply run it from here as well. I'm already in my desktop. If I type node sorry test.js, I'll see a log appearing on the terminal right here which says hello world. Hello everyone. In this video we'll be quickly setting up our Express Node.js application so that in next videos we can start with the REST APIs directly. So to do that, what I'll do is I'll open my command prompt. For the people who are using Linux or Mac OSs, they can open up their terminals. So I'll go to my desktop and I'll create a directory. I'll name it as, for example, Express setup. Can name it anything. I'll go to that particular directory, and to create a node application inside this directory, what I'll do is I'll write something npm init and press enter. So this will ask me some questions regarding my project. So just answer that or just press enter and go with the default setup. So I'll just press enter quickly. So I'll go with package name, Express setup, the version, description. I'll write something here, some random description. Okay, entry point will be my index.js file, or you can change this. I'll go with index.js. I'll just simply press enter. I don't want to set up a git repository for this. Just press enter. So is this okay? Yes. Just type yes and press enter. So this will create a basic setup for my Express Node.js application. So what I'll do is now I'll open this in my code editor. Use your preferred code editor. I'll use VS Code here. So this will open up my project in VS Code. So if you see, you have a package.json file created, which the command npm init created for us. In this package.json files, you basically have every information regarding the dependencies your project has and the packages you are using. For now, let's keep it very simple. Let's keep it as it is. And I'll create a new file, name it as index.js. As we have said here that we'll be having index.js as our main file. So we'll create index.js file. So to set up Expressjs, Expressjs is basically a framework for Node.js which helps us to create web APIs. So to install Expressjs, what I'll do is I'll go to my command prompt. I'll be using both the inbuilt terminal and as well as my command prompt. To install Expressjs, I have to install it from the node package manager npm. So to install any package from npm, what you can do is you can simply write npm I, which stands for install, or you can write install. I'll write express and press enter. This will install my Expressjs in my project. So we need to wait for some time. Okay, this got installed. After this got installed, you can check that in your package.json file you have the dependencies key, and in that dependencies you have express added with the version of express that you just installed. So that is fine. Now we installed express. Now to set up the express and use express, what I'll do is I'll write const, I'll create a constant, and I'll require that package because we want to use that. We'll require that package. I'll write require express, and then I'll write const app, which is equal to which will be equal to express, and I'll call that method. So requiring express, it returns as a method, and I am just invoking the particular method here. So now what I'll do is I'll listen up to an endpoint here. Now I'll write app.listen, and what I have to do is I have to mention a port here on which my server would be listening to my requests. And after successful listening, I can just log a statement and saying server is up and running on port, for example this port. Now where to get the port from? I'll create a variable for that as well. I'll write port because I have already used the port here. So I'll use something called as process.env.port, which gives me a port by default. If in case this statement does not give me any port, to be on a safer side, I'll write a default port number as well. So if I don't get any port, I'll use the port number 3000. So okay, we are running now. So if I have to run this, what I'll do is I can simply run node index.js file. See, we got the message server is up and running on port 3000. You can also add some scripts in package.json file. For example, let me add a script called dev to run it on our developer environment. I'll write the command called node index.js, which is obviously my entry point. So if I say here now to run this from my scripts, I will say npm run dev. So what it will do is it will just go here and executes this command for me and press enter. Let's check. Okay, it's taking time. Okay, we got the message, server is up and running on port 3000. Now this is fine. Now let us do something else. I want to see something on my screen. Obviously I want to see something on my browser at least. So I will do app.get, and on my default route, when you go on localhost, say for example our port number is 3000, when you go on localhost 3000, so what should you see? So when anyone makes a request on that particular URL, what we'll do is I will run a function, callback function, which takes two parameters for now, request parameter and response parameter. And what I'll do is I will send a response back to the browser. I'll say response.send, say for example hello world. Now I have to close the server and run this again for the changes to take place. Say npm run dev. This is fine, this should work. Now if I go to, okay, server is running on port 3000. Now if I open my browser, okay, I'll go to localhost. I'll type here localhost colon 3000, which is where my server is running, and I press enter. You will see hello world here. Now what we did was we made a request to server, and server responded back with something. In our case, it responded back with hello world. So this is the basic Expressjs setup. And okay, if we make some change, for example here, so what we have to do is we have to run the server all again. So to tackle this situation, what we'll do is we'll install another package that is called as nodemon. So to do that, I'll do something like this. I'll do npm install -d nodemon. What -d means is, it means we are installing it as a developer dependency. So we as developers are using it. Our project is not dependent on nodemon. This is for the developers only. So if I press enter, this will install the nodemon for me, and it will be reflected in our package.json file as the developer dependency. So let's wait for it to install and we'll see in some time. Okay, it got installed, right? So we'll see and open package.json. We installed Express earlier, and you can see a separate section for developer dependencies, and we installed nodemon. So what I'll do here is, instead of saying node now, I'll say nodemon and index.js. So I want to run nodemon. Let's close the server again. I'll close the server, and now I'll run nodemon. Sorry, I have to run the dev script, npm run dev. So this will start my server all again with the help of nodemon. Now if I make any change in my code, I don't need to close the server and run it again. So nodemon will automatically do it for me. So for example, if I say hello world, I add some more exclamation marks, and if I control S, I'll save this. So my nodemon will automatically detect it and change it. So now if I reload it, I got the changes without restarting my server again. So this is it. This is how we set up a Node.js Express server. Now in next video we'll be creating a REST API, basic REST API with Node Express, and probably we'll use MongoDB. If not, we'll use something else, but probably we'll use MongoDB for that. So that's it for this video. Okay, before finishing this video, let me show you one more thing. So this is our default route. I can add as many routes as I want. Suppose I write app.get, I'll write another get route, and I'll say when someone goes to slash, say for example other, whatever, I'll say request response. I'll just write response.send. I'll send, for example, this is my other route, and save the changes. Now if you go to your localhost 3000, your default route, it will say hello world, and if I write slash other, it will go to my other route. So this is pretty simple, right? So that's it. Now that's it for this video. If you like this video, please share this with your friends, and do let me know in the comments your feedback and some other topics that we should cover in upcoming videos. Thank you.